video, we will talk about HTML links, and using HTML links, we can create multiple pages, meaning we create multiple pages and then we can do a proper navigation between pages. So let's see how we can do that. So let's go back to our Visual Studio Code, and in the last video, we talked about what is HTML, the basics of HTML. Let's continue from there. HTML links. So the tag that we use for creating a link is anchor tag. So what is a link basically? Let's do one thing. We'll go to Facebook, or let's go to any other application. So let me just go to Wikipedia. Okay, and you see here different languages that you see over here, and also here you see you've got different links here. These are basically the hyperlinks. So whenever you click on any link, you basically navigate there. So let me click on Wikisource, and you see you navigated to the page. So the similar way, if you want to do navigations within the page between multiple pages, within the application between multiple pages, then we can actually use this anchor tag, which is basically HTML link. So let's see how we can create those links. So I'll go back to our index.html page, and then here we already have this h1. Let it be like that. Later on we are going to change the name and much more things over here. So I'm going to use anchor tag here. So this particular tag should have a closing tag because it contains the data. So here I'm going to have the link name. Let's call it as home. Home refers to the landing page, which is the first page that you're going to land on whenever you are getting into a particular website. Fine. So this anchor tag has got an attribute called hreference. As part of this attribute, you can specify to which page you can redirect. So I want to redirect to home.html. Right now we don't have home.html, so I consider this index.html as the home.html. So I want it to redirect to the same page called index.html. Great. The next thing that I want to do is I want to create multiple pages now along with this, and this favicon, this HTML, I want to just segregate them into the proper folders. So I'll just create a folder here called assets. Sorry, you can directly create it from here. This option is used to create the folder. This option is used to create the file. I want to create the folder, and as part of this folder, I just want to specify assets because image is an asset. So inside these assets, I'm going to create one more folder called images. So inside these images, I'll move this favicon. So let me move. Right now, favicon is as part of this particular images. So right now, you'll not be able to see the favicon on the web page because we moved it to a different folder. So let's see. So here we go. You cannot see that favicon. And why are we not able to see the favicon? The reason is, if you see this favicon, it is at the level of index.html. But right now we moved it to images folder. So we need to actually move that to the images folder. So for that, what you need to do is, before that, we are not able to see anything, any kind of error over here. Generally, the error occurs in the console. Click on inspect, and here you see in the console, it says failed to load resource. The server responded with the status of 404. 404 means not found or not available. So it is expecting you to have this image in this along with index.html, but we moved already, right? So what we can do is, we'll get into this folder. So dot represents current directory slash assets slash images and the image name. That's it. So basically you have to locate to that folder. Now you can see you got the icon. Okay, though our icon is very small, that's okay. Fine, let's get back to this. I want to create multiple pages now. So under this e-commerce, let me create another page. Let's call this page to be login.html. But I want to create one more page, register.html, and finally contact us.html. So 3 web pages I have created. let's get into this login.html, and every web page for sure they're gonna have the same structure that we defined, like the same project structure, not the project structure, sorry, it is the page structure. So HTML head and then body. So here I'll just, while we redirect, we want to make sure that we redirect to the right page. So h1 login page. Okay. Similar way, I'll copy this. I'll go to register.html and I'll say this is registration page or register page. Okay. And we'll go to contact us.html, and here also I would say contact us page. Nice. Let's go ahead to your index.html, and I see this is where we have got this. Now I'm going to create few more links. So anchor tag href equals to, I would say login.html now, and login. Similar way, I'll just copy this, register and contact us. So home, login, register and contact us. So home, login. For register, I would say register.html, contact us.html. Okay, great. Then the next step over here, let us understand like once we create those links, how they are working. So let's go back to our web browser, and you see the links have come over here. Let me zoom. Let me close this console, and here you see these are the links that we have got. So now the next step that we want to do is, whenever I click on this link, we expect that it should redirect there. Login, and you see it redirect to login page. Similarly, I'll click on register, it redirected to register page. I click on contact us, it redirected to contact us page. So this way, right, you can do a proper navigation. But here there is one problem. I go to login page, but the user, right, every time he needs to click on this back button to get to the back, to get to the previous page, right? So I don't want it to be that way. I want it to be like within the page, it should like they are interacting with multiple pages. So what I'm going to do is, I'll take this anchor tags as it is. I'll go to login.html and I'm going to put it there. I'll go to register.html, I'm going to put it there. I'll go to contact us.html, I'm going to put it there. Okay. Now let's go back to our UI, and here you have the different links that we have got. Now let me click on home, login, register, contact us. Okay, so it's pretty much clear here that we are able to navigate properly between multiple pages. Okay, now I want to also have one more page called help page, and I have a special requirement here. Let's discuss about that. So help page. So what this help page generally contains is, it contains some documentation about the website. So I'll create the page called help.html. Let us create that page, help.html, and yeah, probably what I would like to do is, I would like to have all of this content to be displayed there in the help page. I'll go to help page. In this help page, I have everything, and I don't want to have those links, but I want to have a h1 that talks about help page. Just say help page. I'm not writing any content at this moment, because once we learn multiple topics, then we can write the content there. Okay, the next step is, I'll go back now to our web page. I want to go to the home. You see help content coming here. The thing that I want to do is, whenever I click on help now, it is redirected into help. That is good, but I don't want it to be opened in the same page. I mean in the same tab. I want it to open in a new tab. Okay, so how do we do that? Let us see. So you just go to the anchor tag. Here you can specify an attribute called target attribute. Okay, in this target attribute, I have got 4 options here. Okay, now I would like to say that hey, whenever you click on this particular link, open it in a new tab. So for that, you have to use the value as underscore blank. Now you see, I'll go back to the home page. I click on help, and you see it's getting open in a new page. I mean, it's getting open in a new tab. You see here. I'll try it one more time. You see, you have got only two tabs right now. I click on this, you get a third tab. So here we go. So if you want to open a link in a new tab, then you can do that. Okay, these links can be used not only just for text, you can also have images to it. So for a specific image, if you would like to click on it and it needs to redirect somewhere, even in that case also you can use link. One best example for that is, let's go to Flipkart. Okay, so let me go to the home page. You see images over here. Now whenever you click on image, you redirect there. See, I click on this image. You see the redirection happen because even that particular image is wrapped under this anchor tag. Now here is another image. Okay, basically this looks like a card. Now whenever I click on this image, you see what is happening. It opened in a new tab, right? And how it is getting open in a new tab? It is getting open in a new tab just because they have added target underscore blank, the same thing that we have done just before. Okay, you will have multiple use cases with this where you can use it. Now if you go back to our web page, this is not looking great. The reason is we don't have any CSS applied to this. So with HTML, you can just create a skeleton of the page, but you cannot beautify it. Okay, now I want to have some spaces between them. Let's see how we can add the space. With just HTML, you can use ampersand NBSP. Okay, NBSP, I made a typo there, non-breakable space. NBSP means non-breakable space. So let's see how it shows up. You see you got a space here. I'll add one more. I've got another space. So I want to repeat it here. So here we go. Now this looks better than what we used to have previously. Now you can also change the color, you can also remove the underline, you can do a lot more things to this, but ideally if you want to do that, you need to use, okay, ideally if you want to do that, you need to use you need to use CSS. So when we learn CSS in the upcoming sessions, I'll show you like how we can go and edit this. Meaning I can show you like how we can beautify this page by adding more CSS to this. Okay, I'm not going to add any CSS at this moment. So this is how you can actually use anchor tag to create links and navigate between pages. Now along with this, right, I'll show you one more case where I would like to have an image, and whenever I click on the image, I would like to redirect. By the way, this redirection can be within the application, or even if you want to redirect to some other application, you can do that. Okay, example, sometimes what happens is you see web pages where they are going to provide you the links to the social media, like either that could be Facebook or to follow them, or they provide you an Instagram link, right? So when you click on that, it will take to their web page. So what we can do right now is I'll use Facebook image. Okay, I'll take this image, save as, yeah, you can name it as Facebook image. Right now we are storing all of those images. Okay, let's go to the HTML folder, e-commerce. In assets, in images, we are saving the images. Let's take it there. Okay, now in this home page, if you want to have an image, by the way, if you want to go from one line to other line, that means you want to have a line break, you can use BR tag. Okay, let's see the importance of BR tag in some time. I can use a tag called as image tag. Using this image tag, I can actually go and show or specify some images here. So image source equals to, and here I'll just go and get the location where the image is available. The image is available in assets. So right now I'm in index.html, so I have to get into this assets folder, then get into images folder, then I'll be able to get them. So source dot slash assets images and Facebook image. Let's see how the image is coming up on the UI. You see it's so big, right? It's very big. So we don't want to have a bigger image like this. I want it to be like an icon. So I'm gonna decrease the width and height of it. So I'm gonna change the values for the width and height. As I've told you, we are going to measure the size using pixels over here. So when we learn CSS, I'll talk about the CSS units. There you'll understand what are the different CSS units we have got. Okay, so pixel is one of the CSS unit. Okay, so I want it to have a width of 100 pixels and a height of 100 pixels. Okay, now you see there is a change, there is a drastic change in the height and width of the image, but I want it to be more smaller. Let's make it 30 pixels height, sorry, 30 pixels height and 30 pixels width. So here we go, and I want it to come below these links, not along with it. Okay, so let's take break. So it came here. I want one more break. So anyways, if we use CSS, right, we can make it look more better, but I don't want to use CSS at this moment. So here we go. Now I want to make it look like a link. So what I can do, I can wrap this under anchor tag. So if you can wrap anything, it could be an image, it could be anything. If you wrap under the anchor tag, then it becomes a link. Okay. Now you just need to add where you need to redirect. So when I click on this, as I've told you, it's not just within the page, within the application you can do the redirection. You can also redirect to other web applications. So I want to redirect to Facebook. So I can just copy this, facebook.com, and then I'll put it over here, the URL. Okay. And my important thing over here is I want to open this in a next page. So I mean next tab. So target equals to underscore blank. Okay, let's go back to our web page. Here it is. I'll close the tabs which are on the right. Now let me click on this. You see it got changed to a link now. Okay, because that's the reason. You can see a hand symbol here, which is a cursor, which is the pointer cursor here. Let's click on this so that it will navigate to a new tab. It will automatically open a new tab, and then it is going to open or redirect to the facebook.com. So here you see, this is how it happens. So not just within the application, you can also redirect from one application to other application. But again, once you move to the other application, this page is nowhere related to us, nowhere related to our application. This is completely an application related to facebook.com. It is nowhere related to our e-commerce application anymore. Okay, great. All right, so I think you guys have understood how we can actually use links to provide the navigation within a web application.
This video is sponsored by Vensa Digital. If you want to learn more real-time stuff, then you can reach out to them. If you have come till here, then that means you like my video tutorial. So please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.